Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Speaks on It. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Please hit the like button as you come on in. We got some things to talk about. Another Diddy story. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. Listen, I'm tired of him. I am tired of him. I am tired of him. Every time I look around, it's just something he done, he done said, and it'd be like heinous things, and he's still walking the streets. He's still out here walking, just doing what he do in Diddy fashion. So I'm like, until I read a headline that say they got them things on them, like what we thought they probably did to our boy Tyrese on Monday at court. Because listen, they said, listen, Tyrese wasn't arrested, he was detained. Nonetheless, he was held against his will. That's the headline I'm wanting to see for Diddy. But in the meantime, I did see a headline that did catch my attention that made me want to come on here and just speak on it. And it's a headline pertaining, and it reads Diddy sued for monstrous behaviors. Surprise, 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 surprise. I'm like, now what the hell? Like, child, what else can he be accused of doing that he has not already been accused of doing? What are we waiting for, a certain person to come out and say, hey, he did this, just for us to really see him have to be dealt with by the law? Because low key, like, I hear about people getting arrested, detained, whatever name you want to put on it, for all kinds of things, for far less crimes, less heinous crimes than him. Like, he got some crazy crimes that he's been accused of. We done seen pictures, we done seen video evidence, we didn't have people on the record saying, listen, let me tell you my story, and it still has not been enough. So I'm like, listen, I'm confused. I'm confused. What will it take to get this man off the street? And that's what has me to believe, like, okay, is it who's accusing him versus what he's done? Listen, I'm confused, but I'm tired. I'm just so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Hey, PM, welcome. PM says, hey, Chic, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Please hit the like button as you come on in. Listen, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to make sense of this because it's not making sense to me. It's not making sense to me. He's been accused once again for just some. Child, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Please engage. Let me know your thoughts as I'm covering this story, because you know how I do. I do my homework. I get to dig in, and I had to, as I was researching the latest person who's accused Diddy of just craziness, heinous acts. Her name is Don Richard. So I'm like, okay, I remember the music group Danity Kane, that she was a part of that group. I think that came from one of the television shows. I don't know, was that part of still making the band? I just remember the group being formed through like the television show. And I think by the time that group came about, I kind of had fallen off with watching his shows. I remember watching Making the Band, but the Danity Kane group came like following that, and I don't know if that was from a show that had a different name, but I remember when that group was formed. Let's see. I remember when the group was formed. Looks like it was formed in 2008. So, child, 2008. I was having my second child during that year. So I remember. So I'm like, okay. So then as I'm digging, it's like, okay, she branched off from that group and went into the group Dirty Money. I'm like, yo, like that. I really liked that group, and I didn't really realize that Don was a part. Don was a duo with the other singer, Kalina Harper. I didn't know the two ladies' names. I just knew, child, they had a song. I still listen. I can't stand him, but what I will not do is stop listening to this song by Dirty Money featuring Diddy, called "Loving You No More." Child, that is my song. I know I told y'all he worked my last damn nerves, but that's my song. I love that song, and I will continue to listen to that song because I love that song. Hi, Kim. She says, hello, Sheik. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Listen, listen, y'all know I'm asking all these questions. I got questions. I'm trying to figure out what the hell going on over here. So during my research, as I said, I came to learn that Don Richards and Kalina Harper together formed the group Dirty Money. That I like that group. They have a song called Loving You No More that like is a favorite of mine. Now, child, don't ask me what other songs they got. I'm sure they might got another song or two that I like, but Loving You No More featuring Diddy, like, child, that's my, listen, that's my song. When you know, you know. If you don't know that song, check it out. It's by Dirty Money called Loving You No More. So Don Richards is a part of that group. Well, so as I'm digging, they're not a group anymore. The ladies don't really even talk. Didn't know that. I didn't know what had happened with the group because y'all know in Diddy form, anytime there's anybody associated with him, it don't be no long shelf life. It don't be no long shelf life. And so I just looked at it as like, okay, that was another group of his that just didn't go anywhere for whatever reason. But it just seems like people who are signed to Bad Boy Records don't have a long shelf life. Meaning, and when I say long, I'm talking like 10, 15, 20-year, like where they're like right now today out doing like this, like doing music. I think right now that I can think of, the only person I can think of associated with him that's still popping is probably Mary J. Blige. I think that's it. I think that's all we got. I think that's all we got. We've had Faith come out here and there and do some things, but I don't even know if she's still connected to him. But we will see Mary just doing her thing. But that's it. But think about all the artists that came from underneath Bad Boy, and we're like, yo, where are they? Where are they? Kim says, Audrey says she refused to sign papers to get the rights to their songs. Yes, Audrey, I think she was the one because if she signed papers, that means they can't talk. So that's the trade-off. Like, okay, if you sign these papers to get these rights, then you can't talk and tell the business. So from my understanding, she chose, okay, fine. I'm just not going to sign the papers because I don't want to take away my rights to talk. So that's my understanding as to why she did not want to sign off on those papers. But yes, we're about to hop over. We're going to hop on over. Field trip time. Y'all know how we do it, honor students. We're going to hop over to the Google and read about what had happened, y'all. We about to read about what had happened. Let me make sure you all can see my screen. Yes, you can. Listen, this is TMZ. Y'all know TMZ be talk about bushes. It be like TMZ be there. Don't nobody TMZ know what you about to do before you do it. They just be knowing. Don't ask me how. They just be knowing, and they know the tea on this as well. So we're about to get into it and see what they have said. So TMZ headline reads, Diddy sued for a monstrous behavior, allegations of brutality, X and SA. So I'm just going to say SA. So this is a picture of John Richard and Diddy. So the article goes to read, Diddy is facing yet another lawsuit from a new accuser, a former bandmate who claims the music mogul belittled, terrorized, and S-hayed her while she also witnessed him savagely beat his ex, Cassie. Oh, Lord. Like, when I seen that, I'm like, Jesus. Listen, here it is. Like, these people who done seen some stuff like, you know what? I got time today because he done pissed me off. So now it's already out there that he done the absolute most to Cassie. So I'm about to come out here and tell my piece and let him know what I seen him do to Cassie. And again, back to the part of me not understand how this man is still walking the streets, because it's so much. Listen, Cassie had like, it's so much evidence out here with a lot of these allegations by people, to where it's just like, what more do you need to remove this man from the streets? That's the part that got me shook. I don't understand, y'all. It says, according to the suit obtained by TMZ, Don Richards says she got caught in Diddy's web as a participant in his 2004 MTV show, Making the Band, with the Bad Boy CEO, manipulating her by promising to advance her singing career if she relented to his alleged twisted demands. So it was still part of Making the Band from that group. Um, you know how the group was formed, because I remember the first group when he had them kids walking to get him some cheesecake. I think I fell off, y'all, after that. I think at that point, like I said, I was starting to have my kids and everything. I'm like, you know, Diddy, I can't do you. I can't do trying to be a new mom and these damn shenanigans you got going on. I can't do it. I tapped out because I had my first son in 2005 and the second one 2008. Child, that whole period was just mommy mode and trying to figure out life. So clearly I couldn't do it. I couldn't do him. I just couldn't do it. So I didn't watch the show when that group was being formed. The former Danity Kane member said during the onset auditions, Diddy called female contestants fat, ugly, bees, and hoes. She said Diddy had particular disdain for her because she was young and excited to work with such a famous person. In 2005, the court docs say Richard saw another of Diddy's former girlfriends, Kim Porter, crying as she left a music studio with her face all banged up. It was then, Richard says, she realized Diddy was capable of violence and her life could be in danger. So that was definitely like one of the moments of run, run, run. If she can kind of turn back the hands of time, child. PM says, see, I don't know if he's stalling the case or the law. I don't understand either. I'm just waiting for somebody to make sense to me, because up until now, I haven't really, as of late, I'm gonna say, haven't really given him just a lot of my attention, just because it's just like enough is enough. Like what he's had his two homes raided some months back with the and we saw that on television. He wasn't there. People were thinking that he was somewhere on his private jet trying to get away. And you know, his children, you know, where his sons were at the house. It's just like everybody getting the shakedown but him. That's the part that kind of got me confused, where I just really don't understand. So let's get back to this TMZ article. It says a year later, Richard was present when Diddy was first introduced to Cassie, invading her space while she transfixed on her in a predatory fashion, according to the docs. In 2009, she said she personally witnessed Diddy, high on drugs, throw Cassie against a wall, choke her, and drag her up a flight of stairs in his LA home. Y'all, do y'all believe these allegations? Because clearly the people who are in control, like, still like, yo, we still need some more evidence. I don't know how much more they need, but this woman said, I literally saw this man throw this woman against the wall. And we've seen on, listen, child, it's the part that we've seen him do just as bad on camera in a hotel, and he's still walking. Like, what the, like, child, I can't, I cannot. Hey, Rainy, she says, hey, Sheik and everyone, all your honor students. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. You all, please hit the like button as you come on in. But like this woman said, I saw this big old man throw this small woman against a wall and choke her and drag her, because y'all know he ain't above dragging somebody, because we seen that inside of the hotel lobby on camera. But again, the powers that be like, no, that ain't enough. We need more. We need more. So the article goes on to say, Richard says Diddy also hurled a scalding pan of eggs at Cassie while yelling, I've been asking you for my ish. I can't stand you, B. You never do it right. Lord, not her not making the eggs right. Like, is he mad because she didn't do the eggs over easy where they scramble too tough? Like, what? Y'all, I'm trying to understand. On another occasion, Richard says Diddy socked Cassie. She says socked her. He socked Cassie in the face and wrapped his hands around her throat, attempting to strangle her inside of his LA mansion. See, this man was out of control. This is what happens when he then just built up this routine of just being able to do what he want to do, when he want to do, and then have that charade energy. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? When you have someone who's gotten away for so long doing craziness, abusing people, what makes them not think that they're above anything and they up there with God Almighty, and to have them think that they can do whatever they want to do? No one's telling on him. People are witnessing. He don't care. He don't care because why? I'm Diddy. I'm writing the checks. And don't make me mad. Like that's his energy he has, and it's crazy. Rainey says, I believe them. Diddy thought he was untouchable. He did, but now I wonder, shit, is he? Because everybody's coming out with these stories and he still ain't being touched. Why hasn't he been touched? Meaning, why hasn't he gotten handcuffed and put in jail? We've seen people do far worse things, and it's hit the media. And some of us, just in our own regular lives, we've seen people and heard of people do far less things, as crimes that aren't as severe, and they get thrown in jail with the quickness. But with him, we haven't even heard of him being arrested and then bailed out. Like I haven't seen a headline about him being arrested. You hear rumors, oh, he about to get arrested or his house got raided, which we did see, but we haven't seen him walking with handcuffs on. And that's the part that gets me as to like it. How many people have come out with just stories with just such details who've worked closely with him and told their side of the story with like I said, great details, some of which even have photos included in their documents. And it's still not be enough to have this man removed from the streets. The only thing this man is being removed from is being invited to the industry parties. We haven't, now we can't say we ain't seen him show up at no industry events since probably last year, since the whole Cassie thing broke. We're right now approaching a year since all of that popped off. So since then, as far as for his social life has changed. He ain't invited to the party anymore. But I don't give a damn about that part. I'm talking about the part where he has to stop and be dealt with for his behaviors, just like any other person in our country who breaks the law. That's the part I'm talking about. F being invited to a party, I don't care about that. I care about him finally just having to deal with the consequences of his poor, destructive, toxic behavior, just like the next man or woman. Clearly, people get dealt with because we read about it in the headlines. But for some reason, y'all, it's like he's not being touched. He's untouchable. And when I talk about touch, I'm not talking about him being touched in a way that's against the law with somebody taking matters in their hand. I'm talking about the law stopping to deal with him. What more do they need to see? What more? Do y'all feel like this lawsuit and these allegations, oh, that's going to be the one that's going to have him locked up? Do y'all think this is what's going to do it? Do y'all think this right here is what's going to do? Or is this just something else that's just added to all the reasons why he shouldn't be on the streets and just a regular, citizen's opinion like ours? Because I'm just waiting for that headline, y'all. That's the headline I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to hear that he has finally been arrested. And he ain't got no bail to be set to be getting out on. Or even if he get arrested and he is out on bail, child, I want them charges to come. I want to see or read about an arrest taking place. The TMZ article also goes on to say, at some point, Richard says she's and others, including her Diddy Dirty Money bandmate Kalina Harper, showed their support to Cassie and advised her to leave Diddy, who found out about the conversation and threatened, y'all bees don't get in my relationship, adding, don't tell my itch Cassie that she need to be doing ish, just make money and shut the F up. And I ended artists. I shelve art. I shelve careers. You could be missing. You bees want to die today. Oh my God. This is insane. How do you hear somebody tell you all of that and you still have any type of dealings with him? That's a lot. That is a lot. And look, he talking about I shelve careers. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's why when I didn't hear about this group no more, I didn't think nothing of it because his groups, they don't have long shelf lives. They just don't, unfortunately. I'm just now learning. The ladies, I came across a video when I was researching, doing my research for this live of Kalina being asked on the red carpet about Dawn. And she was like, I love to talk to Dawn, but she be busy. I mean, like I ain't got no beef with her, but she don't pick up the phone. Like I miss my friend on some type tip like that. So when that group, it seemed like when he eventually shelved that group, there went that relationship and they both kind of went off and did their own things. Very unfortunate. The article goes on to say, meanwhile, Richard says she too became a victim of Diddy's abuse, forcing her to rehearse 48 hours at a time without sleep. As a result, she says she dropped a lot of weight and became dehydrated and fatigued while suffering awful rashes. She says one time Diddy demanded she come to his Miami home where he was only wearing underwear. When she asked him to put on clothes, Diddy refused, screaming, "This is my effing house." Can y'all hear him saying that? Because I surely can. I can surely hear him saying it just like that. This my effing house. Diddy's treatment of Richard got worse, she says, between 2009 and 2008. Richard says Diddy once barged into her dressing room while she was naked at his recording studio. She says Diddy inappropriately touched her breasts and her butt. Diddy, she says, also locked her in a car with heavily tinted windows for 2 hours as she screamed for help, even calling her dad for help. Richard claims her dad traveled from Baltimore to New York to free his daughter and confront Diddy. Wow, that man had to come from a whole nother state to get his daughter out of a locked car. That is insane, y'all. That's insane. The fact that he's still around and her daddy had got involved, because y'all know daddies and daughters who are fortunate enough to have like a dad in their life that don't play about them. And it's unfortunate, especially with our community, Black girls, that a lot of women don't have a father in their life that has those type of sentiments for them, where they daddy don't play about them like that. This man had to come to New York to rescue his daughter because this grown man had her locked in a car. This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. Butterfly says he's definitely going to jail for human trafficking. When? He needs to, hell. When? Who else he needs to traffic? Because we done seen all kinds of evidence. I'm just confused on what are we waiting for? What are we waiting on? Like what else is there? What else is there? Kim said when Diddy took Dawn and put her on his songs, listen, that's when they stopped talking. Okay. Kim says Aubrey said that Diddy had the girl group doing freak offs. She said that's why Diddy didn't like her, because she didn't go along with it. Yes, I seen how, like, as I was researching for this video, there was a video that I came across when he was talking to the ladies and telling them, I guess, about releasing them and not carrying on with business anymore. But Dawn was the only one that he chose to keep around. Why did he choose to keep Dawn around? Why did he let the other, what was it? There was a group about 6 of them. Why he let let me see. Danity, Kane it was 5 of them. Why did he let the other 4 go? Why, if he didn't like them as a group, why he just didn't make them each individual solo artists? Like, why he didn't at least keep 2? Like, what is it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Butterfly says her daddy ain't ish. He didn't report what Diddy did. Listen, let's get back to this article. Let's get back to this article. She said that he traveled from Baltimore to New York to free his daughter and confront Diddy, threatening to report him to the police. But she says Diddy told her dad, think about your daughter and think about your daughter's career. What career? What kind of career you have with somebody doing this? with somebody doing this. And then did this pop off after he did the threat about Cassie when they were trying to tell her, when they were her and Kalina, the other member from the group Dirty Money, did this incident of her being locked in a door come after her and Kalina tried to convince Cassie to leave? Because he had already said what he was going to do to their career. So I'm confused by this part down here with him saying or threatening what he about threatening her career, when clearly he had already already said that he was basically going to make that just not do what it needs to do for his own reason. It says, we've reached out to Diddy's rep. So far, no word back. I bet you the hell y'all, they don't have nothing to say. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yes. And the fact that, yes, her dad just, yeah. I wonder how old was she? I don't know how old Dawn was when she started, initiated being in that group or first joined that group. Danity Kane, it was in 2008, because ain't no way, like, I don't understand. I don't understand how we let it get that far. And her daddy got involved at one point. Like, how do you let that just go by, that this man have locked your child in a car and then gonna tell you, well, if you report me, think about her career. He should have, the least daddy should have done if he didn't put hands on him, is to them to report it. But now I'm wondering, like, was Don a minor for him to be talking about whatever? Let me see. Kim says Don was barely 21 or 22. Don was barely 21. So that means if a report would have been made and she was a young adult, it really wasn't daddy's call to be able to be the one with making a report for that. It would have to be hers. So I'm wondering what was the dialogue between Dawn and her dad that had them to decide to not report it, because ultimately it would have had to be her decision. So I'm wondering if she was like, yo, daddy, I just want to leave it alone, whatever, because ultimately it was her decision if she was an adult. But still, just as a dad, to not listen, a dad, a solid dad, listen, they not finna let they don't play about their daughter. They not finna just let something pop off like that. They don't care who you are with their child, adult or not. So I don't know. It's crazy. It's insane. Kim said, what was the boy group name? They were in those freak offs also. Which boy group was it? 112? Was it 112? I know that was a boy group that they had. Did they have any other boy groups? I don't know. 112 is, I mean, during my era when I was in high school, that was like the popular boy band at the time. 112 and Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge was based out of here in Atlanta where I live, but I remember 112 was underneath Diddy out of New York. This is crazy. Kim says, what did Diddy do to the short white girl in the group? Because Diddy used to call her fat. I can't think of her name. Let me see. Was that Andrea? I see there was a member named Embrace, Andrea Embrace. Let me share my screen because I'm looking right now at the different members of that group. Just so I'm wondering, are you talking about this one? Andrea, she looks, her face is round. We know who Aubrey is. Dawn, we're talking about Dawn. Then Shannon looks like she's a little skinny woman. And then there was D Woods. So I'm wondering if you are talking about Andrea. Let's see if this, this is the Danity Kane Instagram page, or it's probably like created by maybe like a fan. So maybe you're talking about this one because she's kind of short. So I wonder if he called that one fat, because the other ones are definitely, they're slimmer. So she looks like she's thicker than the other ones. So maybe that's who Kim said yes. Okay, you said yes. Okay. So you're saying that's the one that he would call her fat. Kim says, but Dawn really wanted that career, so she went along with a lot of stuff. That's why she was so many group songs with Diddy after the group broke up. Listen, what they say, be careful what you ask for. Kim says, because Dawn was dating Q from the group. Okay. So Dawn was dating Q from 112 at the time. Okay, I didn't hear that one. Yep, there was that group. Butterfly said maybe day 26. Yep, that was a so Kim said yes. You saying yes to day Q was 112. So yep, day 26 was another group. Kim says a butterfly, yes, that's the name. Day 26. I remember that group name. Kim says Shannon was married. So you're saying she was married. Okay. Shannon was married. Yes. Okay. So that's the way he would call fat. Butterfly says that Kim, I never listened to their music. I remember day 26, but y'all don't ask me none of their songs names. Let me look them up and see what they look like, because I just remember the group. I remember the group. So let me see. I'm gonna bring that group up so you all can refresh your memory like me as to what they look like. So this was the group, day 26. Let me see. There's an Instagram. Let me see if they're all on this Instagram page. So let's see. Okay, so day 26 had a little have some going October 19th. They're doing some type of live performance in Northern California. So it looks like they're doing it along with Jagged Edge. So day 26 is what down here at the bottom, these pictures of these young men at the bottom, at the top, Jagged Edge. So I remember when day 26 came out, but I never got into them. Jagged Edge was my era. So I was a big Jagged Edge fan, 112 fan. So both of these groups will be together Saturday, October 19th. So that's going to be a good look. And I'm wondering, are they still affiliated with Bad Boy? Did they finally get out of their contract and or let it have to ride for them to start performing again? Because I hope so. I hope that whatever they do or whatever money they make is nothing that's going to be tied to Bad Boy or Puff Daddy for him to be able to benefit from it. But you never know, child. Kim says, Chic, it was day 26, not 112. Okay. So she was dating somebody from day 26. Is that what you're saying, Kim? Kim says, don't forget the white boy, Danny, solo singer. Diddy did something to him also. Danny White. So did he come? Was he someone discovered from one of the shows? Yes. Okay. Danny. So let me type in Danny and see Danny. American singer. Is that Danny? Well, you say it's a white boy, so this is Danny Boy. That's another singer. Danny, let me do Bad Boy. So is that the Danny keep coming up when I type in Danny? Is that Danny Boy? But that's not the same one, because did you say he was a white boy? Yeah, you said a white boy named Danny. You said Danny was found when Diddy got the group day 6 and Danity came. Well, hell, like Danny, did he have a last name he went by? Because when I put in Danny, I'm not getting a white boy that come up. I'm getting the black boy, Danny, to come up. So I'm like, okay, who's the white boy, Danny? Because I don't recall him. So I'd have to maybe see his face. But the Danny boy who's black, he's the only one that's coming up right now. He's the only one that's coming up right now when I type in Danny. So, but yeah, child, it's a mess. I have this video I came across I want to share with y'all with Don, and let me see. Let me share my screen. So she was on Sway in the morning. And yeah, she tells a story of an interaction, a toxic interaction she had with Puff Daddy. So this is an interview, fair use from Sway's Universe. So let's listen to this story she tells about a fight she had with Diddy. And this interview was, let me see, this was posted 12 years ago. So we talking about like 2010, 2012. Like, so yeah, this was a minute ago. 2012. So let's watch this interview. Fair use. Let's watch this interview from Sway.
Great singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
You know, and you've endured, I think, like if there's ever been a litmus test, or, you know, if you had to prove yourself in this business, I don't think anyone has had to undergo as much as you have through this career.
They probably have, but you know, that's dope that you said that. I don't know who would stick around as much as with the battleships and everything that's going on. But what's cool, I think that's just my journey. I don't know what it is about this industry where when you do have a little talent, you have to prove yourself. Like the more talent you have, the more you have to prove you belong in the situation. And that's something that I'm finding more and more. Like not only, it's like most of the artists here don't write. No. Most of them don't dance. Most of them don't sing. Well, either way, I mean, you know, but it's but I'm saying
they can't sing. You don't have to say it. We'll say it. They can't sing.
But no, like it's real talk. And not only have I had to do, I mean, I started out on the show where we had to do all three. Yeah. Like out the gate, and it was something that was very much like it was broadcast and laughed at and scrutinized. And then after we did all that, they still didn't take us seriously. Well, you know,
but it's hard. A gimmick. It seemed like it was a put together band for TV,
of course,
but nothing beyond that.
Right. But what's crazy is when you know Puff's reputation, I don't think you ever thought of him to be anything else. It would, if it was someone that wasn't known for being a hard ass, then maybe I would have understood. But he was definitely someone that had a reputation to be difficult.
Well, let me ask you a question. If I'm gonna keep probably cutting you off. I don't mean to be rude.
Totally,
but, all right, but work with me. I've seen Puff spaz out on people to the point where my heart jumped. Like, you know, and I'm a grown ass man. It was like, damn, I'm glad I'm not on the other end of that. What's the worst time you ever seen him spaz out?
Yo, I'm about to air our dirty laundry. Okay. So yo, we were coming to rehearsal in New York. We were doing Saturday Night Live. Yeah. And Kalina and I didn't know we had rehearsals. And we were asking everybody, yo, when's rehearsals? They didn't know. We get to SIR Studios and Puff on us. He spazzes out on us. Like, and he was like, y'all don't want it. He always go with the y'all don't want it, the Jedi mind treatment. He makes you believe that you suck all to hell. And you've been working all hours of the night, and me and him got in a huge.
What did he say to you, like verbatim?
I can't even go into detail. He was like, y'all bitches don't want it. Y'all don't want it. And I was like, Puff, why you talking so loud? And I've kind of always, you know, been respectful. I've never really went too out of line with Puff. I threw my purse down. I was like, well, you want to go? We can go. There was this chess battle that happened between him, and I think everybody's eyes was like, Dawn. Like, D-Rock was looking at me like, little bit. Like, where you going to go with that? And I think that was the first time Puff was like, yeah, I needed to maybe slow down on that moment. That was my first time both of us ever seeing a side that I don't think we've ever saw with neither one of us.
Oh, that's Diddy, man.
Yo, that was...
People have lost careers.
That was New Orleans meets New York that
day. You don't want to find yourself in that dark, lonely place.
He says it consistently.
That's one of his famous quotes.
Right.
Wow, man, you survived that.
I survived a lot, but it was great. I love every minute.
So the dark, lonely place, is that where Diddy is right now? The dark, lonely place? Because like I said, he ain't getting no invitations nowhere. He may not be getting dealt with by the authorities, but the industry, nobody's rocking with him. You don't see him posted up with anybody. We've seen him send, you know, messaging about or hear about. Everybody kind of have they just moved away from him. So Fancy said, yes, he was so the name was, I think you all maybe came up with the name. Kim says, I can't remember his name, but they were all on the tour bus together. Say he was a solo, Danny. Okay, you said Donnie Clan. Let me type in Donnie Clan and see if I see Donnie Clan. Okay, so maybe that's him, Donnie Clang. I'm gonna share my screen because I did the Donnie Clang name. I don't even recognize that name. I don't recognize it. So this is Donnie Clang, an American singer. So it says he won Making the Band 4 and was awarded his own solo contract. So that was in the late 2008, child. So he's 39 now. Y'all, have he come out saying anything? This is his Instagram. Let's see, is this his Instagram? Must be his Instagram page. Has Donnie come out telling any stories yet? Do y'all think he got some stories? What y'all think? Y'all think it was kosher with him? Do y'all think it was kosher with Mr. Donnie Clang? You know, it's just so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Kim said, that's it, Fancy. Donnie. Don't remember him. I don't remember him, Fancy. That's him. Say, yep, that's him. I don't remember him. Kim says, no, the only person who has been saying stuff for years was Aubrey. So Donnie hasn't said anything. You guys just brought Donnie up, or what's his name? Donnie. Someone just brought Donnie up just because he did business with Puffy. Like, did he have any stories? I don't know. It's like, do y'all think that it was some unkosher things happening there too with Donnie? Because, baby, we're hearing all these stories. There's a lot of people who've come out and said some little things about their experiences, and then you got a lot of, tight-lipped people. You have people who throwing out stories where other artists were there and they feel like, they got a story too. So everybody's not talking. I've heard Usher name come up many of times. As far as Usher, who else we've heard name come up? Justin Bieber. But they haven't co-signed anything. So as of right now, it's just allegations because they haven't come out saying anything. Raining says guilty. Yes, I believe that Puff is guilty for shit. I believe he's guilty for all this stuff that I heard him do, because I don't have any reason at this point to believe that he's on the up and up. And there's been too many receipts that have come out to back a lot of these allegations that people have said. I've seen photos. I've seen videos. We've heard first count stories of people like, child, like what more, what more do you need with this case for him? We have seen other cases where people have been tried and convicted with less evidence than this. Y'all know, especially when it comes to people in our community. So y'all know historically, they don't always be needing all the evidence in the world when it comes to people that look like us. But for him, baby, for him, look, they had, who was that? Epstein. Who was that some years ago? They had at least had him detained. And they had him detained. But Puff Daddy, nah, not Puff Daddy. He different for some reason. He is different for some reason. Kim says, Aubrey said everyone has stories, but if they sign that contract to get the rights to their songs, they not speaking, right? That's what I heard. I mean, as far as with her story. And I think some of them feel like he's sat on their music and things for so long to where the value isn't there anymore like that. So for her, she felt like, well, fine, if he don't give me, the rights to my music, the value's not there anyway. There's more value in my voice and putting out my story. But here's the thing, even though Aubrey chose to not sign off, the rights for her music, she still really haven't come out really saying anything. She more so been putting threats out there, but she ain't really saying nothing. She don't have, not that I've heard, she don't have like a book or nothing out there. So like, really, what is she doing? To me, it's more of like a tease. I don't know if she's hoping that he'll negotiate something with her, because when Cassie came out with her little, suit last year, and then she won all the money in the world, Aubrey was coming out basically trying to allude to she had a story too, but we ain't heard nothing. So it's like, really, is it just about, are you just trying to get a check and you're just waiting for him to believe you that you're willing to talk? Because I really haven't heard her say really anything other than just her alluding to she has her own story as well. Fancy said all the making of the bands had stories. They just got their masters from Diddy and had to sign the NDA. One thing I've been hearing about NDA is that NDAs don't protect you if a law has been broken. So if there was a law broken and you're not talking about it, that's a loophole to the NDA from what I've heard. I learned all that when Cassie stuff broke like last year, that it throws it out of the window. You can't put an NDA on like unlawful things. So maybe some people don't really understand how the NDA thing works. And it sounds like this man is just constant, like putting your hands on somebody. That's unlawful. Beating on somebody, cussing somebody out. No, but Dawn said she's seen him throw that little woman, Cassie, against the wall. That's unlawful. So that wouldn't be protected by NDA because he broke the law. So there's that. And it seems like everyone's story that we're hearing, at some point there was a law broken. Even, do y'all remember when the young lady had came out and it was a part of the suit with the producer guy? Y'all don't know who I'm talking about, who came out some months back, and he only started talking because he said Diddy didn't pay him his money for an album he did, the Love album or something. But I think with that lawsuit, I don't know if it was mixed into that one. There was some pictures of things with him with a young girl on a plane. So that's trafficking, right? She was put on the plane from one state and I think flown to New York. So that's trafficking. And child, there was pictures of it. These aren't just stories. It's pictures of her as a teenage girl just sitting on that man's lap. Like he's Santa Claus at the mall. And I think she was like 16 in that picture. Again, what more do we need? What more do we need? Because listen, I saw the pictures. They were included in the lawsuit. And I think it was in that same lawsuit from that producer guy. I think it was a couple of child. Ever since Cassie came out, like stuff just started just coming out. So a lot of the stuff's just trying to kind of running together. I was on my hiatus of YouTube at that time, so I wasn't covering any of this, and I had also backed off of like your celebrity content. But child, like it was just so much that was coming out, and I remember seeing pictures of him and a young girl, and she said that they had put something in her drink. She went to a club, and she met some guy who claimed that he had a close relationship with Puffy. He called him on the phone, and then Puffy said, yo, put her on a plane, come bring her to me. And that same young lady alleged that the man who she met at that club had SA'd her in the bathroom, and still kind of somehow from that, she still managed to get on the plane and make her way over to him. And she met him up at a studio. There's photos of it. I saw the photos. She was sitting on that man's lap, and I believe said she was like 16 at the time when she took those pictures with him. And she said she still had the clothes that she was wearing from that night. Yeah, it's crazy. Kim says a man in prison just sued Diddy and won $100 million for grape. I seen something dealing with a lawsuit or something pertaining to him, but I didn't get, into the story because at that point I hadn't made my mind that I was coming back to cover the celebrity content. Let me see really fast while we're on here if we can find that lawsuit or what you're talking about, because I did see that. Okay, let's see. Since we here, child. Since we here, let's see what they talking about. So let me share. Let me see. I'm gonna share my screen. So I just looked up that lawsuit because I remember seeing the headlines. But y'all, I told y'all I've been tapped out from him, so I wasn't even covering him. But now with me having this channel and I'm back in my, celebrity news bag, I'm like, okay. So I guess we could talk about him. But let's go on over there and check out this article I just found from Variety. It says Sean. So this article is dated September 10th. So this was just yesterday. Sean Diddy Combs ordered to pay $100 million in SA assault judgment. Child. Updated. In the latest legal setback for Sean Diddy Combs, a Michigan inmate has won a 100. Child, is he going to be able to get out to spend this money? Because the part for them talking about a Michigan inmate. But let me continue with the story. A Michigan inmate has won $100 million default SA judgment against the embattled producer and entrepreneur who has been slammed with multiple sexual misconduct allegations over the past year. According to Detroit's Metro Times and court documents, the award was issued Monday by a Lenawee County circuit court judge following the temporary restraining order against Combs granted to Derek Lee Cardello Smith, 51, who it describes as a Michigan inmate known for his long history of challenging the judicial system with civil lawsuits. The lawsuit claims that Combs drugged an S.A. Cardello Smith in 1997 at a party in Detroit. The judge set out a payment schedule of $10 million per month starting October 1st. Oh my God, $10 million per month? I wonder how much time this man locked up, because right now all he can do with the money is just buy him some snacks and some noodles and cookies and chips because he locked up. I guess he got money for commissary, or is that what they call it? Or putting money on the books. The default judgment was reached after Combs failed to appear for a virtual hearing on Monday. However, Mark Agnifilo, an attorney for Combs, disputed the judgment and Cardello Smith's account. This man is a convicted felon and an ex-sexual predator who has been sentenced on 14 counts of SA and kidnapping over the last 26 years. His resume now includes committing a fraud on the court from prison, as Mr. Combs had never heard of him, let him alone being served with any lawsuit. Mr. Combs looks forward to having this judgment swiftly dismissed. A source close to the situation tells Variety that the paperwork for suit was sent to an out-of-state address and was not received by Combs' team in a timely manner. This is crazy. If they saying he don't even know this man and this man had put all these charges on. Listen, Puffy done the absolute most to where I think most people are inclined to believe what this man say versus not, because listen, his track record is just so suspect to where we like, you suspect, the man who's saying you did it suspect, y'all all suspect, and y'all both need to be locked up. The suit states that Cardello Smith encountered Combs while he was working at a Detroit area restaurant. The two men met a group of women at a party and were having sex with them when Cardello Smith says he felt a male hand touching him, which he claims was Combs. He said Combs later offered him a drink, which was spiked and caused him to pass out. He says he woke and saw Combs having sex with a woman. Combs allegedly said to him, "I did this to you too." According to the Metro Times, Cardello Smith, who is serving an unrelated sentence, is a self-taught student of civil and criminal statutes. Cardello Smith claims that in August, Combs offered him $2.3 million to dismiss the lawsuit, but he declined and said he would proceed with the legal actions. Combs allegedly responded, "You know how we get down." Cardello Smith said he reported, "I disagree with how you get down." While Combs has denied most of the multiple SA allegations leveled against him, in June, he admitted to SA to assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, after video footage leaked of a 2016 incident in a hotel. He apologized and said he was effed up. Y'all, do y'all believe this man? Do you all believe the man that let me see, this is, I wonder if we can find a picture of him, Derek Lee Cardello Smith. Do you all believe Derek Lee Cardello Smith was a victim of the diddler? Looks like this is a picture of this man. Do y'all believe that he is a victim of the diddler? Or do y'all believe he's just lying? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? This is crazy. What they say, you can't make, listen, I ain't that damn creative. I can't make this issue up. I really can't. My mind, I just can't. I can't do it. Let me see. Let me get back. Where did I leave off in these comments? Let's see. Butterfly said, yep. Fancy said, maybe true. Kim says, Chic, but if they want to keep their music, they can speak up, but they got to give that music back. If they're here, I think if there's a law broken, I don't know. Listen, if you can find damn loopholes and prenups, I think with the right attorney, if they consult with the right attorney before they start doing whatever they're going to do, I think they might be good, because that's what you hire a lawyer for, to help you understand things like this. So I think that somebody like Aubrey or the other members, they should consult with an attorney and go from there. Fancy says, so much is covered up. It's a lot going on. Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's too much going on for him to still just be walking free like this, where it's not even like he out on bail. Y'all. Like, this man ain't even had no charges, no arrests. He just out just living his rich best life. He ain't got to go to no party. Hell, he rich. He got the party at his house. He got a gabillion kids. He make them come over there and party and drink, do whatever with him. He don't have to go, hang out with Jay-Z, Beyonce, LeBron James, whoever else in the industry. Long as he got his money, he's just living like a free life, just like me or you. It's crazy. It's sad. It really has put me in a mindset of how, what they say, money is power. And because I truly believe if he wasn't who he is, as far as like in the industry, the name he holds, he would have been dealt with already. Kim says he has life in prison. I think, yeah, child. Since I'm like, what he finna do with this money? Like, he good on his commissary, his snacks. Like, money on it, he good. He ain't got to worry about money. No, family coming or friends to put money on his books, because he got a whole bunch of money. That is crazy. It'll be interesting here for me. Yeah, listen. I hope the man do the rule and everything still stays set, because even if this isn't true, probably they've done so much. Child, somebody needs to get some type of benefit from this situation. So listen, a lot of times what they say, you got to hit him in their pockets. This man definitely hit the diddler in his pockets. Fancy said, child, listen, it's so much. It is so much. It's so much to you all. That's why I love, with that covering the content when I get into my celebrity news, because y'all, I get to dig in. And when I have an active chat that got these questions, I said, hold on for a minute. Let me go find out, because it just be a lot, that we come to learn about just these celebrities, these people out here. Kim says that man was his own lawyer. Is that what happened? You say he was his own lawyer. Listen, hell, it worked out for him. It worked out for him. He ain't even, I normally give the lawyer percentage of your percentage where he represented himself. Rainey says, Diddy likes to party. You got to tell him no. Cat Williams said, #no Diddy. Said, you got to say no. No, I know that's right. No, I say. I don't care how much money you got. Kim says, Chic, that man has proved Diddy came to visit him, and Diddy financial advisor visit this man. The prison has proved Diddy came to see him. Well, this really needs to stick. It needs to stick, and he needs to go to jail. Hell, put him in the same jail over there with that man. They both sound like they need to be locked up. Put him over there so he can be dealt with. I'm waiting for that headline to hit where this man has finally been arrested. I'm waiting for that headline, because when Cassie came out with her suit, it just seemed like collectively most people was like, finally, he has been dealt with, because people have seen him fly under the radar with so much madness and just get away with it just because of his name. And it's not fair, but it be like that, you know, money talks. Money talks. Butterfly says, the default sounds sus. Right now, that man got 100 million. That's the ruling. So it's just a matter of if courts come in there and overturn it. Kim says that Butterfly Diddy got served and got the paperwork. She said, nah, he got served. Hey, Rhoda. Hello. She said, hey, Sheik. Hello, welcome. He got served. Kim said, yes, I believe there is the video on YouTube with him in court with the judge about this case. Let me see if I can come across that. What's this man name? Let me see. This is trying to see. I'm gonna try to see this man's name. Derek Lee Cardello. I'll try to see if I can. Okay. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. I found let me see. Hold on. I found this video that we may be able to review with him. Let me see. Derek Lee Cardello. Okay. Y'all, we about to review this video with Derek Lee Cardello in court. So this Judge Anne Marie, we're over on this channel. So we're about to review this video with Derek Lee Cardello Smith versus Sean Combs. Let's see what they got to say. Let's see, y'all. Fair use, y'all. Please come on in, hit like, share, and subscribe. We about to get in. Y'all know we be digging over here. It ain't no different. It is no different. We about to figure some ish out. It's your turn. It is your turn tonight. We taking a break from the garden. We on your ass tonight. We trying to figure out some things. So let's get into it. Fair use.
Hello, Smith, sir.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is in the matter of Derek Lee Cardello Smith, MDOC number 267009 versus Sean Combs, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, also known as Sean P. Diddy, also known as Diddy, Bad Boy Records, label owner, founder, also known as Puff P. Daddy, Bad Boy, Diddy Run the City, Sean Combs, also known as Sean Puffy Combs. And this is file number 24-7362NO. We'll grab your paperwork here real quick out of this other paperwork. We do have Mr. Cardello Smith appearing from the Michigan Department of Corrections. Sir, where are you currently located?
I'm located at the Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility, 2500 South Sheridan Drive, Muskegon, Michigan, 49444, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir.
Or Your Honor.
Thank you. So I do see that we do have a proof of service on Mr. Combs. But for purposes of this hearing, you filed a motion for a temporary restraining order and or a preliminary injunction to stop all sales of the property and assets attached to or involved with said property based on the interest of plaintiff and plaintiff's connections to defendant's sexual assault of plaintiff Derek Lee Cardello Smith, requiring a preliminary injunction and or a temporary restraining order. We did set that for hearing today, and luckily the Brooks Correctional Facility was able to make you available. Actually, they had to drag someone up today on another case. So, sir, I have received your motion and a proposed order. Do you wish to argue the motion today, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may proceed then.
Okay, the purpose of it is based on 2 actions taken by Mr. Combs himself, directly with me here. We did a live one-on-one visit in our prison visiting room. There's 2 meetings within the past 2 weeks with Mr. Combs on one meeting, and then a financial advisor on the other meeting on Mr. Combs' behalf. And he stated that he would make me an offer to end the case and what happened to me because of other things that he stated he has going on in his life that require his money right now, and he wants to sell everything off. And he made me a financial offer of $2.3 million to allow what happened to me to go away. And he stated that he's going to be selling his property, and under the 2005 California Civil Code 2881-2885, the creation of liens, which allows out-of-state justices and orders to cause a stop of any title transfer, property transfers in Los Angeles or any other place that he has property. He stated that he wouldn't be able to proceed with that sale. And he did it the day after I served him the suit. And he also said that he won't be filing an answer to the complaint. He said, you can find me in default or whatever. He has a better chance with default than he would with having a restraining order stop. And I said, so you want to hide you want to hide your money and stop from being quite possibly paid to me if I'm given the benefit of a judgment in my favor for what you've done to me. And he pretty much said, yeah. He goes, you know how we get down. And I said, okay, well, I disagree with how you get down. Your sale shouldn't go through.
So I'm gonna hold on.
I'm sorry.
Cadello Smith. Okay, so you went in a different direction than I thought you were going into. I thought we were just gonna focus. No.
We are.
You kind of went off on a different direction than what your actual motion was.
Yeah.
So what I just want to say is settlement negotiations.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
In this case, are probably better not. Yeah, they're not to be placed on the record today. Okay.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. You're not an attorney. I understand that. So if we can just backtrack and focus just on your motion.
Ma'am. I get what you want.
Okay, thank you.
If he's allowed to sell his property that he has in LA and the properties that are in his name being used and held by other people in Michigan, then it will cause me harm because I can be tied directly to those properties through loans and through other areas of investment that I did when I was out there and while in prison through money that I've sent. And if he's allowed to go through with any of the sales, I won't be able to recoup any of my monies or anything from him as a result of any possible judgment in this action, if he's allowed to proceed with it. And an injunction or a restraining order would help ensure that he's not manipulating and selling the property to avoid his responsibility in these matters here. That's what a temporary restraining order would do. It would prevent that from happening. Because it's a very serious matter. It involves a lot of money. And him selling this would help him avoid his liability for these actions done upon me. And I was just hoping that I'd be able to get the restraining order to prevent that. There won't be any harm to him.
Child, something like Kim said, let he represent his own self. Hey, Laura, welcome. Laura says, hello, people. Listen, he like it. I don't need no public defender because they can't do what I do. The way he rambled off that number associated with whatever law he was reciting, he even had the judge shook. She was like, wait a damn minute. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. This judge was not ready, but this man was ready. Mr. Smith did not come to play. He did not come to play. He like, listen, I'm going to let you know all the reasons why I need him to run me my money. And we going to start here with Section 8, 5, 6, 7, A, B, C, D, F, G. He ran it down. Listen, he ain't got nothing but time in the system, right? Because y'all know them inmates, they be coming out real smart. They done read all kinds of books. They ain't had nothing but time on their hands. A lot of them get degrees up in there. They become woke. They become Muslims. But you ain't got nothing but time on your hands. A lot of them will spend time going to the library, just studying laws pertaining to their case, because they feel like the public defender that they have and don't know nothing, is not really serious about their case, all of that. So this is a man right here who done his homework, and he's like, yo, run me my money, respectfully, run me my money. And to know that he actually won. Puff was like, yo, we can run you 2.3. He like bumped that this man, he got to run this man 100 million. Child, he got to run this man more than what they think, what was reported or what people believe. He have to run Cassie, because I think hers was what, 80 million? His is 100 million, $10 million a month starting the first of the month. The first of the month gonna hit different for him on October 1st than it hit for us. It's gonna be a different type of experience for his first of the month. It's gonna be like something many of us ain't never felt before and may not ever feel when you get that $10 million check deposited in your account. Now, regardless, even if he locked up, he gonna know that it hit his account and it is in there. This is insane. This is insane. Let me know your thoughts. Let's get back to this video. This is the man who sued Puffy for SA, Derek Lee Cardello Smith. And child, listen, spoiler alert, he won. Let's get back into this court case, this Zoom court case, fair use.
Any of the parties, there won't be any harm to him in any way. And if it's deemed that it's not justified, then he can go ahead and go through with the sale at the end of the case. But one has to be put in place to stop this from happening.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm just looking back through your complaint.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna check one more of your filings. So I'm gonna step off the bench for 2 seconds and I'll be right back, all right?
Yes, Judge Angelo.
Thank you.
You with the defense?
No, sir. I'm having a hearing and they stopped the hearing so you could be heard.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're
Nice
welcome.
tie.
Thank you.
Couldn't wear one. They don't give us ties.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Right. Yeah, there is.
But they have clip-ons, you know.
Yeah. Clip-ons are the best, aren't they?
Child, I thought that was somebody representing Puffy down there in that suit.
Is there anything else you wish to add?
I was just, first off, just thank you for giving me the hearing and thank you for setting a pretrial on this matter. Thank you, Your Honor. There was some other filings. There were some other filings that you should have gotten. I didn't know if that's one of the filings you could have been referring to.
So I received your complaint and all the attachments to it. And then I received this motion. And I just wanted to take a moment to review back through the U.S. District Civil Docket and your complaint. So I did do that. That's all. And
Yes. Okay.
okay. Anything else?
everything that you're looking at, they're all tied in together. Every part, as crazy as this seems, as outrageous as it seems, it all ties in, every bit of it, every facet.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a proof of service showing that Mr. Combs was served on July 6th of 2000 and, let me see, is that 24?
Yes, John.
Looks like it. 2024, return receipt requested was provided, so there is proper service. Mr. Combs has neither appeared nor responded to this request, so I'm going to grant your motion for a preliminary injunction temporary restraining order and order that the defendant and their agents are hereby enjoined temporarily for a period of 90 days on the sale, transfer, or exchange, trade, or transaction of title or deed to the property listed as the address and placed on the market by defendants for the amount of $70 million. And this property and estate belonging to or connected to defendant Sean Combs shall cease and desist any and all trades, transactions, or otherwise stop the process of any further actions on this property being continued. And this shall have an immediate effect. I'm going to date this August 7th of 2024. And I am going to sign this. And we are set for a pretrial date on Monday, September 9th of 2024 at 2:30 p.m. Is there anything else? Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Your Honor. First off, thank you very much, ma'am. The second thing is, under the summons rules and the court rules of service, Mr. Combs, the defendant, had 28 days after he was served by mail, 21 if it's regular process service. His 28th day was the August 3rd, and there was no answer on the default. And I understand that I have to motion verbally or in writing, whichever one you prefer however you prefer, to have default judgment entered. And today is literally the 32nd day, I believe. And I'd like to either preserve the issue of default judgment or judgment in my favor based on failure to answer.
Okay.
Whichever Your Honor would like.
All right, thank you. Typically, we require that. Ms. McGrain. Oh, no, I'm hold on. I'm talking to my judicial attorney. Typically, we require the motion for the affidavit and motion for default be filed. So Ms. Adams, is Ms. McGrain in her office?
She is not. I'm going to go find her right now, Judge.
Okay.
I know. I read that rule. I read the rule, Your Honor. MCR 2.603 governs that. And it said the party can do it in front of the trial court judge or by mail. Whatever you want.
Child, he on it. This man is on it. It's unfortunate. A lot of times criminals we'll come to see, and many of us may know some where they're really smart, but it's just they just go down the wrong path, and they apply they just misapply, they just misdirect that energy, and they put it into wrong areas. Like, imagine if this man would have just applied himself and just went to law school and just became an attorney, because he is on it. She trying to look into some shit. He like, well, I didn't already looked into it, so I can let you know with Martha, who you looking for. I can let you know, since Martha's not here, the way it should go down, because I know this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I just happen to be a convicted felon, but I know a thing or two. This is a very smart man. He went down the wrong path, did some wrongful things. So I'm going to go with he where he needs to be. It's just unfortunate that somewhere something in his life just went off the rails, and it resulted in him doing the things that he did that landed him where he is. It's just so unfortunate, because this man has a great understanding of the legal system. He's being very polite, very patient. He's working with her like he's doing all that he needs to do to get this win, child. To get this win, he knows what he needs to do. He did not come to play. He was serious about somebody say what Anna said. This man trying to receive all his coins right. He said F 2.3 million. He knew that he could get more than that because generally, whatever somebody's trying to offer you, you know you're entitled to more than that. Rule of thumb. If they try to offer you this, you know you worth way more than that because nobody gonna come at you out the gate with really what you're truly worth. That's just how it is. So again, it's just unfortunate that this man just, just went off the rails and just did. I don't know what all he did in his background to land him there, but it's just unfortunate that he didn't have a positive experience growing up in life that could have aided in him going down the right path, because he seems like, he could have done great things. So let's get back. We got like 2 or 3 more minutes of this court hearing with Derek Lee Cardello Smith and Judge Anzalone as he speak on why he need all his coins from Puff Daddy. Fair use.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me get that. Usually we require it. Can you hear her, Mr. Sala? Mr. marching down the hallway. She sounds like a herd of cats. All right. Okay. So, sir, the court rule that you're referring to, it's not a trial date. So I think I'm right. So you're going to have to file the affidavit and request for default. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
And obviously you'll be able to file that before a pre-trial date anyway. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. So the order was granted.
The order, your ex parte motion was granted, or your motion for a temporary restraining order was granted. I've signed it. And so we'll get that processed and back to you. And then you'll have to obviously serve that on the parties.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Can your order say any, Your Honor, can you add on your order any Michigan representatives of him acting on his behalf for Michigan properties as well as part of that order? Or does your order cover everything?
You provided the order, so I'm going off.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I'm going off the order you provided to me, and I've signed that order already.
That's what I needed. Thank you. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cardello Smith, and we'll make sure the writ's done, and we'll see you back in September. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. All right.
Thank you.
Child, this man went in there and handled his business in a way that Puff Daddy didn't, because they said he didn't even show up to court. Now this man got $100 million with the first payment scheduled to hit on October 1st for $10 million. Can you imagine every first of the month getting a deposit of $10 million into your bank account? And y'all, this is a whole felon. He locked up. People say he locked up forever. But guess what? He got $10 million scheduled to hit his account starting October 1st, all the way until he is paid $100 million. Man, oh man, oh man. Jesus. Laura says, I know the name P. Diddy, but knew him as Puffy and thought they were different people. That is how unaware I am of pop culture. Child, he's changed his name several times. Yeah. He been doing a lot. So yes, he's all those people. Laura says she could not a certain person just not show up or respond and an order be granted in which who would care for no contact. It seemed like he won by Puffy didn't show up to court. We just watched him get granted a restraining order. listen, he had everything to support his argument. And then, Puffy didn't show up to court. So it's like, it was just an automatic, look like win for him. But now from what I'm hearing, from what I think some people in the chat are saying, Puffy is claiming, or no, I think from the article I read, Puffy is claiming they didn't get the paperwork, the order and all of that. And Kim was saying lies because, it was on record like he did get served. The man did it. We just listened to him say that Puffy came and saw him at prison. It made him an offer. So the judge talked about having some type of confirmation that he did receive documents or things that was sent to him. So listen, October 1st, he is scheduled to receive a payment of $10 million deposited into his account. My. Anna says, Laura, he has multiple names. Diddy, Brother Love, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Love, Puffy, etc. Same person, different demon. Exactly. Thank you for putting all those names, all those aliases out there. Listen, that order said all of them names can get it, and all of them names need to pay up $100 million. That's all we need to know. Brother Love got to pay $100 million. Sean Combs got to pay $100 million. P. Diddy got to pay $100 million. Puffy has to pay $100 million. And Diddy, you too have to pay $100 million. So regardless of what the hell you want to call yourself, you got to pay that money up starting October 1st, 2024. Laura says that, and I learned that when that video came out of him dragging his girlfriend at the motel. Yeah, a lot more came out about that man when that footage came out. But yes, Laura, that is him, as Anna said, a demon with different aliases. Laura says, is Beyonce husband a weirdo? Listen, he's not a favorite person for me or many other people. He used to run around with Puff Daddy, but again, since Puff Daddy has gotten all these or P. Diddy, as we'll call him. He got all these Diddy. He got all these names. So you might hear me say some of these different names. But Sean, Beyonce's husband, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, whatever we want to call him, he used to run around a lot with Puffy. But ever since Puffy or Diddy got kind of caught up with all these allegations, people, including Jay-Z, have been distancing themselves from him. So nobody want to get caught up in the raft, even though I truly believe many other celebrities also have skeletons in their closet just as bad, if not worse. It's just that Diddy is the one that's currently been spoke on this level. But I believe that the other ones are kind of keeping low because they don't want their names to come up in anything as far as that's backed with evidence. So I think everybody's just trying to be quiet, just be quiet. But I hope everybody who's done dirt and who's done any wrong to anybody, women, children, whatever, I hope they all have their day and they're put on blast just as Diddy's being put on blast right now. Anna says, Diddy not showing up is what gave him a win. He didn't want to face that on the internet because the higher-ups would be pissed at Diddy again, especially after the fallout from Cassie and others. I agree. So listen, he had to just take that L, but the fact that he missed that court date. So it makes sense to me, Anna. Anna says that Lord, disgusting man. And yes, Jay-Z is a sicko too. Anna says his smirk gave me a chill. Listen, this man gotcha, bitch. Listen, we're likely dealing with, two demons, a demon recognizing another demon. Let's see. Why is this man locked up? Let's see what he's in prison for. Derek, let's see if we can see what is on his record. Let's see if we can see what is on Derek's record. Let me see. Because, child, the fact that this man who in jail, let me see, Derek, I think he's in Michigan. Let me see what it says. Charges. Conviction. Let me see. Okay, so Cardell, let me see. Can you all see my screen? Let me share my screen. So this guy we just watched, Derek Cardello. Let's see why he's locked up, because he ain't innocent, but y'all, he just now another rich sicko from this judgment from the order, the lawsuit that he just won against Diddy. Cardello Smith is currently incarcerated, and his criminal record includes a number of convictions for criminal sexual conduct and kidnapping, which Combs' lawyers mentioned when reporting to the Monday judgment. So he's a sicko too, and he didn't came across two crazy sickos who didn't cross paths with one another, trying to get over on the next. Anna says, damn, going to the properties as well. Going for the properties is he wanted all. He wants it all. Judge signed off like, yes, you can have this restraining order. Laura says that Anna, and I just feel like my skin crawls when I see Beyonce's husband, Oprah Winfrey, and a former leader. Listen, you gotta watch your back with these people. Just because it's what they say, all that glitter ain't gold. Anna says that Laura, Jay-Z is not like Diddy, though. He does ish on the back end, and Smart plays it out, though. Yeah, people move differently. There's just a lot of sick people in the industry. They do their thing, but as we see, some of them move, they just move differently than one another. Some are more out with theirs, some were kind of more under the cover. To me, Diddy was very out with his foolery. Like, he just didn't care. That's just a narcissism in him. Laura says that Anna, Jay-Z, this is his name. I cannot think of it, but I see his basset hound face. Anna says, Laura, the Illuminati is real, honey, and the higher ups are not going to be happy about having to pay more money for Diddy cases because they said he didn't have anything in his name. Speak on it, Anna. Laura says, Sheik, I have you playing on my phone and non-related Airbnb TV, so get extra credit, 2 views. Thank you very much, Laura. I appreciate you. Anna says, Sheik, at least we know Diddy ain't got enough time on his hands to have someone strike you. Right. I don't be having these problems with the rich and the famous. I don't. I just had issues with the crazies. How about that? Just the crazies. I just had issues with the crazies. Laura says, I think some of them have real people locked in their basements. I think as much as they like exotic pets, they keep pet people. Yeah. I didn't heard my share of stories, Laura. Anna says that, Laura, it's also been said that they traffic humans as part of a furniture scam or something. They would name items of furniture as children names. Yes, I have heard that, Anna. I've heard that too. Anna says they need to lock Diddy up with this man. They do. That's what I was like. They both need to be locked up. They both need to be locked up. Laura says, I will be in Michigan next week, leaving Virginia Sunday. Been here since July 3rd. I miss home. Safe travels, Laura, safe travels. Butterfly says, at Laura, that's scary thought because some of them might be dead now. Yeah. Laura says, if you upset them, they just eliminate you. Listen, it is what it is. When you know, you know. Again, y'all, my honor students, and we talk about it, and y'all, we using common sense, discernment, logic. We putting it all together to make it make sense. This is what we do over here. It's no difference regardless of who you are. Anybody can get this work. We try to see what the hell going on. And this live, it definitely, I might even have to retitle the, change the title on this live because I wasn't expecting to go down the path of, this lawsuit that he recently lost. But listen, praise God that somebody was able to hit him again in those pockets, even if it was another creep. I'm just happy that somebody was able to hit him in the pockets, because when you're dealing with people, the rich and the famous, like, that's how you got to deal with them. You got to deal with them in their pockets. Otherwise, it don't matter. So, but I'm ready for P. Diddy to be dealt with with this legal system. I'm ready to see that. That's the headline I'm ready to see, and I'm going to be here for it, and I'm gonna be front and center ready to cover it. So I thank each and every one of you for all coming through. Did y'all hit the chat? Let me see. I'm sorry, did y'all hit the like button? Sorry, did y'all hit the like button? Anna says, Sheik, what happened to Ava Barrino? Who is Ava Barrino? Let me see. Ava Barrino. Is that the white girl that he had in his that he had in his house and people was looking for her? Who's Ava Barrino? Anna, who's Ava Barrino? I remember Diddy had this white girl that he had. So is that the white girl? I never knew her name. Let me see if this is a picture of her. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen to see if this is who Diddy's play daughter. Yes, let me see. Let me see before we get out of here. Let's see. This might be it. Okay. Okay, let's play this. Fair use. So Diddy parades kids on IG. So let's see let's look at this video before we get out of here.
As we finish off, you go, Justin. My name is Justin, aka Just Glow. I'm a Capricorn, and I'm about that action, and I'm about raising money for the healthcare people. And we're just so blessed and thankful. And thank y'all for supporting us today. Yeah. Bad boy. What's next? What up, y'all? I'm Quincy. I want to say thank y'all for rocking with us. What you got? One of the prettiest motherfuckers God ever made. Sorry. I'm a Gemini. For everybody wondering. And thank y'all so much for just, tuning in with us. We felt the energy. We saw the comments. Let's keep it going. This is, we wanted to do this to just wake everybody up in a way of just, in a loving way. So help everybody have a happy Easter. Jesus is risen. Bad boy. Anybody else? Yeah. Everybody, introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs. Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. Please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
That's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it because it's crazy out here online. So I played with the kids and I got permission from your mother and say all of that because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all four of us. So.
6 months.
I always come over.
Yeah. And it's Ava Brioni Combs. Come on. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Jessie, and I'm a Sagittarius, the best sign in the world. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Chance. I'm a Cancer, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching.
It's Christian Combs, aka King Combs. Right now I'm not a wavy geyser, but after this quarantine, I'm gonna be back. But yeah, man, I love making music. Go check out my music. With Tiana Taylor, How You Want It, Surf City Girls, Chris Brown, Love You Better, And I'm an Aries too. Shout out my Aries out there.
Yeah, boy.
Love. Shout out to the Capricorns though. Did you
What?
go? Yeah.
You
didn't go?
Yeah.
Go, baby.
Okay, so I'm Delilah, and you know, you always have to save the best for last. I'm a Sagittarius, and yeah, I like to like dance and model, and yeah, that's it.
Now the newest addition to the Combs Empire. Tell me your name. Prince. What's your sign? What's your zodiac sign? Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. He's a Scorpio. Ava's a Scorpio. Shout out to all the Scorpios. And tell them what you're going to be when you grow up.
16.
You're going to be 16? You're going to be a king? You want to take a everybody? Say thank you to everybody. Thank you. Thank you to the healthcare workers, the first responders, everybody on the front lines. Thank you. And yeah, everybody go. Yeah, thank you to all the healthcare workers. We love y'all. We love y'all. Yes, y'all. Y'all want me to introduce me? Hey yo, my name is Love, and I'm a Scorpio. I like listening to Luther Vandross, sipping on Petrus, owning Ciroc, and being a revolutionary inventor, a black king god, you know. And you know, that's I like to dance in my spare time. You know, I like to make hits. Okay. And I'm just an all-around fun type of guy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you see it. I'm from Harlem. I'm from Harlem and Mount Vernon. And you know it. I'm from New York, though, the greatest city in the world. And we want to thank y'all.
Whoo, child. Yeah. On that note, so Ava, Diddy's play daughter. I remember people. Did anybody ever find her? I remember people were like, "Where is the daughter? Where's the white girl that hit?" I had missed that I didn't even see that. It was like probably since the whole Cassie thing, I even learned of this little white girl's existence because I missed all of that with him calling himself adopting this girl. I didn't see that. But I have saw in the media that people have been asking, like, where is she? Where is she? Because we have not seen this little girl. Laura said Kanye West seems to have disappeared with his naked wife. Anna says she was friends with the younger three sisters, but I haven't seen her since Ava Baroni. Anna says at Laura is part of the Sick Weirdo Squad as well. Anna says they also use zodiac signs to tell the freaky status of the person. Laura says Ava looks like a little girl. Yeah. Anna says that Laura, yes, she is the same age as his daughters. Anna says Sheik and her mom needs her as whoop for leaving daughters with a sicko. Yes. No telling what he probably gave them, how much money, like what. It's just a scary thought as far as like what somebody would be willing to do for just whatever they feel like they want or need for that moment. For all we know, it could have been for some drugs. It could have been some actual money. Like, we don't know. It's just it's very sad. Yes, and it's very sad. Laura says to Anna, who is the singer in prison for raping women under the age girls? Laura says, this is really disturbing. Anna says, this story gave me the creeps. Old ass man trying to pick up a 10 and 12-year-old. It screams pedo. It does. Anna says he is marketing them for their zodiac signs. Laura says, well, I am a Pisces. Nobody markets senior citizens yet. Anna says that Laura, the rabbit hole goes way deeper. Love, this ain't even half of it. His mentor was Clive Davis and some other guys, but they all had to go through a humiliation ritual at some point. When you know, you know. Anna says now it's Diddy's turn to get humiliated. Laura says, or the mama is locked in the basement. We don't know. Where is Anna? Where is her mama? Where is her mama? Y'all, this was a lot. It was a lot, but it turned into a really good live. Thank you all for joining in and coming over to check me out on my second live on Sheik Speaks on It. Listen, I enjoy doing this type of commentary, and I thank you all for coming to participate. I hope you had a wonderful time as well. If there are anyone or any stories that you'd like for me to cover, drop them in on my the comments on the videos, or you can send me an email at chicspeakslive@gmail.com. But yes, we get into it. We ask these tough questions, and tonight was no different. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and you have notification bell on so you know when I go live, because we are the honor students over here. We dig deep, child. And it says, no, the basement, child. Listen, you just don't know. We've been hearing that folks got underground tunnels and all of that. And it's just it's spooky out here. It's crazy. It's almost like if you can just think about it, it's possible, no matter how crazy it sounds. Love, Sheik. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I had a great time as usual. I had a great time. So I want you all to have a wonderful evening. I am Sheik on Sheik Speaks on It, and I will catch you on the next live broadcast. Peace.